If you don't deal with your mother will deal with you. Ooh, how does that hit? I was reminded of a similar phrase from Barbara Stanny, now Barbara Hewson. She's written many books on money and money mindset and all the things. This is not about money, but in her book, she says this over and over again. She said, if you don't deal with your money will deal with you. Meaning that if you don't pay attention to, if you don't keep an eye on, if you don't notice how you're feeling about your money, how you're thinking about your money, how you're talking about your money, that your money will pop up and deal with you. And I thought, boy, that's really similar with mothers, isn't it? Because if your mother is going off the rails, if she's not listening, if her health is declining, and right, and you decide to ignore it, not judging, because I did this. This was for sure me. And then, oh man, my mom dealt with me. So I came up with this phrase: if you don't deal with your mother will deal with you. And I was reminded of one of my clients' experiences with this, Jennifer. And she burned herself out. And it wasn't until she had burned herself out that she realized, oh gosh, there's got to be a better way and a different way. And so let me cue this up for you. Jennifer's mom was experiencing her health was declining. Okay. And Jennifer, as we do as daughters, we try to fix it. Well, mom, you should eat better. And mom, you should get more rest. And mom, you should write. And she was just nagging, nagging, nagging. And her mom, she wouldn't listen. She would do the exact opposite. She was just spiraling. Bad mom behavior. Okay. And this was making Jennifer, like, she was ruminating about every possibility that could go south, right? This could happen, or that could happen, or she could end up in the hospital, or she could end up in an accident, or she could on and on and on. And this was a constant thing that was just always going through her head. And here's the thing: what was really happening behind the scenes, I'll tell you, with Jennifer ruminating all the time, she was putting herself in survival mode, right? Where everything feels dangerous, looks dangerous, gives you anxiety. She found herself just kind of breaking down for no reason, just becoming teary. She was in survival mode, and that affects your emotions, your health, your mental health, relation, all the things, right? Because you're in this tensed state all of the time. And that is wear and tear on your body, on your mind, on your heart, on your soul, on everything. And because she was in this survival state for so long, she eventually burned herself out. She could not barely function, right? And it was at this point, like I said, she decided, okay, I can't, I need to do something different. I need some help. And so she did a very smart thing, and she reached out and she searched, looked for help, and she found me. And I'm so glad that she did. Because through my work with Jennifer and through our coaching together, Jennifer was able to do a couple of things. She was able to get herself out of survival mode and into her intuition, into her executive functioning brain, where everything is figure outable. And she was able to detach herself from her mother's decisions, right? Isn't that glorious? She was able to detach herself from her mother's decisions. She set boundaries up between her and her mom, between her mind, right? How she was thinking about her mom, And as a result of all of this, got herself into executive functioning again and was able to, have conversations with her mom, detaching herself from the outcome. So it was a conversation. You take it or you leave it. However, right? And her and her mom started having a better relationship, easier. Now, did her mom do everything she said? Of course not. But here's the thing, and I really, really invite you to remember this. We cannot control anyone, especially our mothers, right? Especially our mothers. We cannot control anyone. We do get to decide how we respond to them. And that is now the way that Jennifer lives. She gets to decide. She gets to take care of herself because she is deserving. She is worthy. And because she's taking care of herself, she has an abundance of confidence and energy and joy and ease and flow, so that when something hits the fan with her mom, she can stay in her executive functioning intuition, right? And it's easier. It's less stressful. And so I was reminded, going back to that, with if you don't deal with your mother will deal with you. So can you see how, once you get out of survival mode and step into executive functioning, into your intuition, that everything becomes easier and more manageable? If you are ready to step into your executive functioning and intuition, I have a gift for you. So click the link and you will get a free download of 8 days of journaling prompts for peace of mind. So go ahead and grab that. And here's to your peace of mind. See you next time.